Ladies and gentlemen, I am the bald kid nostalgic, and this is SlickBlast RapCast. I have a special guest, actually a very, very special guest. Definitely my favorite MC of the new generation of hip hop, the new school, if you will, but an old soul, and just he has the old school factor. This kid is special, and I had the pleasure of chopping it up with him via Zoom. We chopped it up about a month ago. And it was a great conversation. He's just a down to earth dude, and I'm proud to proud and honored to have him on. All flows reach out. He's done some dope stuff in the amount of time that he's been involved in the culture. All right, so we're gonna chop it up with him, and we'll have a good time. All right. I have a shout out to Stu Bangers, by the way. I'm repping with his shirt. Had a support.
All right, go. I'm in the.
I love it. What's up, my brother?
Hear me good?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you good. I'm gonna raise up the volume on mine, okay? But you're crystal clear, my brother.
Cool. As long as y'all can hear me straight, we good.
Yeah, I love it, man. And
if my shit is a little bit laggy, I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi I got or some shit, but sometimes I'll jump in and out. Hopefully it's good. Be straight. But
hey, so my brother, I wanna thank you again, man. You know, I want to thank you once again for being on. This means a lot, and obviously you and I chopped it up in the past, and it was a nice conversation. We talked about life, we talked about hip hop, of course, right? But for the record, I did it before you and I, but I'm gonna do it in front of the public and give you your flowers once again because you deserve them, and you're doing your part. The young man that you are, you're doing your part to preserve this beautiful culture that we love, and you're doing it well, my brother. So virtual flowers are thrown at you, brother.
I appreciate that, bro. Much love, man. That's what's up.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. So yeah, good to see your mug, and welcome to SlickBlast RapCast, man. Thank you again for hanging out, and this is how we do it. So yeah, everybody, and if anybody has questions for Fro, you could, in the comments, I'll kindly answer some questions for everybody as much as possible.
Sure.
And yeah, sure he'll be glad to, answer. Okay. So I got something fun for you, brother. I wanted to switch it up. All right. I wanted to switch it up. So I got something cool for you. You get the easy part. I'm going to get the difficult part. All right. This is why I'm the host. All right. So 5 producer MCs that I think you should work with, okay? Because you've worked with some legends and you've worked with some, right?
Yeah.
I know, and like I said, we chopped it up for those 45 minutes, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It was a nice conversation, and we got to know each other, obviously, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I did was, the little game show hosting me that I love with the, mix and match and all this good stuff. I wrote a list of 5 producer or MCs I can see Afro collabing with, okay? So before we get to your beginnings, your humble beginnings, and how you started, I'm gonna start it off, okay? Because I know this guy's special to you, and I know that because you have it tatted on your arm. So we're gonna go with number 1. I think this needs to happen. Well, this needs to happen. An Afro and DJ Premier album, used to.
Well, me and a couple years ago, we recorded like 12 tracks, like 2 weeks straight, but it's not released public. So it's on Preemo. Preemo's doing his thing, so whenever he's ready or whatever, I'm down. Of course, that's Preemo's my number 1, like hands down. He's my greatest producer of all time. So.
Yes. He's I'm telling you, man, he's like Yoda. He's the Yoda of hip hop. He's just the
Incredible.
Wisdom.
Incredible. Yeah.
So for the record, I need to process what you just said because you literally dropped the bomb on me, brother. You just said you and Preemo have songs.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
What the?
Yep. I was
what did God's Green Earth?
I'll tell this little story that's pretty cool. So shout out shout out to my big bro, already rugged man. He surprised me right before D&D got torn down. I was able to see D&D, and I'm going up the elevator, and I have no idea that it's D&D. I have no idea. It's not clicking in my head. And then, you know, I'm like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing? And always playing the joke. He's like, ha, just wait. And get there, Preem walks in, and then it clicks. Like, what the fuck, am I in D&D? So, yeah, we eventually, right when it tore down, they moved to a new studio, and we recorded songs together, me and Preemo. We were like maybe 2 weeks straight or something like that.
Woo! Dude, you're giving me giving me goosebumps, and everybody that's on, I'm sure you're giving them goosebumps, virtual goosebumps as well.
Yeah, so there's shit in the vault, man, in the FRO vault that's like, yo, I got some gold shit in the vault, yo. It's just a lot of the stuff I can't release on my own and stuff, obviously, you know, so that's how it goes.
And I thought you would appreciate this, by the way. I got some water in the mix.
Dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm friends with Uncle Herm. Actually, I'm pretty. Yep. Yeah, man, he's a good dude. Shout out to Uncle Herm, because I know you love Dilla as well. So I thought you would appreciate that little nugget, little visual nugget. Wow, I'm blown away by the Preemo. I'm sorry, bro. That needs to happen, and whenever, obviously, when the stars align, naturally it will happen, right? When it needs to happen.
Absolutely, you know, absolutely.
Woo, I love it. All right, so number 2, right? The game show continues. The Balkan Nas and Afro SlickBlast RapCast. This is how we're doing it. Dr. Dre and Afro. What do you think about that collabo? A whole album.
You know, I wouldn't say no. Obviously, that's Dre. You know,
right? Of course,
that's Dre. You know, if Dre reached out somehow, some way, and was like, "Yo, Fro, I need you on a joint," sure, I'm not gonna say no to that. You know, as long as I'm able to do Fro, as long as I'm able to bring my style to the plate, you know, and I'm able to do the Fro shit, you know, then absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm sure with Dre's versatility, obviously, we all know that he's one of the greatest. He will allow you to be creative and do what you do best. You know.
I love, like, you're right with Dre being different, because like you can go for the funky hard drum G-funk shit, but
right.
My favorite beat that comes off my head with Dre is the Lost One, the Lost One beat. I love that, man. That beat's incredible. So if I had some shit like that, damn, you know, yeah,
right,
yeah,
you go nuts with that one.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so moving along. Moving along, we're gonna go number 3. He's in my top 10 of all time, and he hasn't left since 1994. Yeah, that's showing my age. All right, Redman. I can see.
Yeah.
Come on.
Redman. Yeah, absolutely.
Come on now.
Absolutely.
One of Brick City's finest.
Greatest of time, man. I love Red. I've always put Red very high up on my list, so I love Red. I love to work with him.
Yes, these are just things, man, like, you know, I told you about, remember on our Zoom call, you know, it was a dope convo. I was talking about the mix and match, how I do, like, dream scenarios where, like, for example, Afro and Guru featuring Talib, produced by, you know, like that. So I love the scenario status of that, because one day you could, ooh, look at that.
Arm too, yep.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Rest in peace, Guru, by the way. May he live forever. Through our ears and through the spirit. So,
yes,
all right, I got one for you, and I know you're very fond of him as well. And I'm talking like Eminem and Afro. Can that happen? Can we manifest?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm like I'm not the biggest Eminem guy. You know, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I like that. It's not like that. Like M is dope. M's lyrically dope. And you know, M is obviously, that's what he do. He knows how to kill a track. And
right.
Scared. If M was like, yo, Fro, let's get on a joint, let's go. You know, that's just the MC in me. Let's go. You know, but yeah, that's just how I feel about that.
I respect it.
I don't know. As far as producing, M got a couple beats that are dope too. So like he got
true.
Yeah, he got the producer caliber in him too. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no. That's the bottom line. I wouldn't say no.
All right, yeah, because he did some joints on 8 Mile on that phenomenal soundtrack. So and I know that Dre influenced him a lot, because some of his beats were similar to the Dre you know, formula, the format, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. All right. I'm going a couple more guys, and then we'll get into your beginnings. All right. So
Sure.
I'm going Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and you three doing a collab song. Doesn't have to be an album, just one song to say, damn, y'all came out with a banger, and then we'll leave that alone in the time capsule.
Yo, I wouldn't say no. They just gotta holler at me, you know. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that on no diva shit. It's just they just gotta hit me up. You know, if they got a joint with Fro in mind, let's go. You know.
All right. I like it. See, that's cool. See, I love the honesty. That's what I love about you, man. You're so transparent, and it's what it is. It's what you're saying, and it's honest.
Right.
All right. And then I'm going. He's in my top 5 of all time. Big Pun.
Oh,
Rapid.
Oh man, yo.
Woo!
Oh, yo, Pun's crazy, man.
Bro.
Pun, like, yeah, there's like Pun. When Pun came out, you know, it was a little before my time. All these guys are before my time, but
right.
Like I wasn't able to see like physically see the impact that they left behind. I know like spiritually and all that and what I've studied, but
absolutely.
Pun's incredible, man. I love Pun, you know. Like if there were, I would say real quick, I don't want to switch up the list or anything, but I would.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's your platform.
If there were MCs that were still alive today that I'd love to collab with, it'd be Pun, it'd be Guru, it'd be Dirty, it'd be Big L, you know, and now it's sad, but DMX, you know, a lot of these guys I looked up to are starting to pass away now. So it's like my lists are starting to change and shit. It's crazy.
No, I know it's crazy and it's overwhelming, man. And these times that we're living in, again, man, we got to stay positive and stay healthy, right, as much as we can.
That's right. That's right.
I think that's important, man. And you're mental.
It sounds hilarious, but I'm getting on my push-up shit, man. Like, and my exercise, I'm really trying, you know.
I like that.
My lungs, you know, my lungs are good, but there's a way, like, if I just threw some exercise here and there into it, I get my lungs even stronger. So that's what I'm on right now. So yeah.
I love that, Fro. Then we're on the same page. I've gained, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I've gained 20 pounds because of this whole pandemic situation.
Happens, bro.
It happens. So
the worst thing with me is like it goes down and up and down my weight. Like I can gain so much weight, then I can easily lose it, and I'll be all right for a good time, and then I just fucking gain it back.
Right?
Yeah,
it's 200%.
It's some human shit. Yeah,
absolutely. So you know what I've been doing though, man? I'll randomly, when I'm in the crib, let's say I'm washing dishes and I'm done, I'll randomly do like 10 push-ups, stop. And then when I get my breath in, I'll do 10 more. Does that make sense? Like
absolutely. You don't have to go crazy like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger at
right.
Yeah, you just, you know, here and there, and then you boost it up. You get yeah. That's how you do it. That's how I do it. So
absolutely. And again, you know, I appreciate you being on SlickBlast RapCast, and we want to thank everybody that's man, because you got man. Yeah. These are definitely some of my followers and some of yours. So we greatly appreciate everybody that's rocking with us. And yeah, give SlickBlast RapCast a follow as well. And I'm gonna keep spreading this hip hop goodness and love. And again, you heard it from me, certified. Afro, you are the leader of the new school. You are the next generation. You're the man.
Thank you, bro.
You're the man, all right? And I'm not afraid to say that because, you know, you got to be honest. You got to be honest with things, you know?
That's what's up.
That's the way I feel about it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and of course. All right, so we got Big Pun's son because, of course, that's his bloodline, and he's physically...
We've actually worked together. If you look up Afro Chris Rivers on YouTube, we got like a couple joints together. Like
that's what I'm trying to figure it out because maybe about a year ago, bro. I think I saw a freestyle, but I don't know if it was a song or a freestyle. What is a song?
We got a few tracks. Like we accidentally been put on like the same Future a couple times too. But it's dope. It's dope though. I'd be like, oh shit, Chris is on the track, you know. But yeah, like we never actually like sat down and was like, yo, let's get a joint together. But I'd love to. Like Chris is one of my favorite people. That he's a real cool, awesome dude. So I'd love to work more with Chris.
Sis Zion One, a genuine good human being, and I felt gem head. She's a hip hop head. Zion One. She says she's looking forward to seeing you in Arizona, in her hometown of Arizona. There's a trill. I got
a show on the 30th in Phoenix, Arizona. It's gonna be a Halloween show. Cool Keith, Artifacts, and incredible MCs are going to be there. So that's going to be a dope show. It's going to be a dope, like underground, dope ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, a boom bap festival, if you will.
Real
All
quick.
right.
Sarah friend frat guy said Joyner wants to work with you. I don't know if Joyner wants to work with me, but we follow each other on the Twitter. So like Joyner, like we follow each other and shit. So I'd work with you. He just has to, you know, we'll get something together. But yeah. Okay, I got people saying Joyner, but yeah, we'll get something together one day. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. We'll manifest that as well. If I gotta tag him, I'll do what I gotta do on my behalf to make that, you know, a reality, of course, you know, and
we'll make it. Yeah, we'll make it work. There's so many MCs I want to work with, and it's like I got not a like off the top list, but I've sat down once in a while and been like, yo, I want to work with him. Yo, I want to work with him. You know, like one day and then make a joint together. It's crazy. You know, some like off my say like Lupe. I remember I'm younger. I was listening to Lupe. I was like in 7th grade, I think, when Food and Liquor came out. No, I was 6th grade when Food and Liquor came out.
Wow.
I bought that one with and all that. So I'd love to work with him, Lupe. He's always been on my list. He's not a new guy, but out of like, what would you call him? Like the 3rd or 4th generation of MCs or something like that. Like a little.
Right.
Like, he's someone I really want to work with. Ab-Soul. I get a lot of Ab-Soul comments like, yo, you look like Ab-Soul, or you should work with Ab-Soul.
He's so
I'd love to work with him, so that'd be dope.
Okay. And he's a West Coast guy.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, so Samantha just said Joyner Lucas just posted you on his story. There you go.
Dope. So it looks like a FRO and Joyner are happening.
There you go. It's manifested. It's declared. So it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So I love it.
A lot of MCs it'll happen. You know, it'll happen one day. You know, it's just there's more MCs like, let's say like rap or like a Rakim or a Kane. These top of my list to work with. I'm like, yo, I really want to work with those guys, you know. So yeah, but yeah.
Shout out to the homie DJ Hector V. That's my hip hop brother. Everybody else, much love to everybody. I appreciate everybody being on. This is important.
I appreciate love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hip hop culture at its best, you know. So
hold in.
All right. So my next thing I was gonna ask you, man. So speaking of, because you mentioned Rakim, and obviously, you know, we just witnessed, in my opinion, hands down the best verses yet. Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One.
Down, it's the best verses, hands down.
Hands down, right?
That was dope.
Absolutely. And personally, who did you enjoy? Because you know how it is. It's a win for hip hop. We all know that.
Yeah.
And that's been said all over the place, right?
We can break down the technicalities and stuff. Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but personally for you, what moved you? Was it KRS-One or was it Kane? Because their energy was definitely, you know.
I edged it to Kane, and I'll tell you why. And this has been brought up a couple times, but Kane's breath control, Kane's fucking performance, like the way he's able to just hold it all together, it shows that he's just like an elite, top, incredible. He's a phenomenal MC. KRS, you can argue that he had the bigger hits. He had the bigger joints and the bigger anthems and the bigger stadium joints, which is, I'm not mad at that at all. You know, in my opinion, I think that's true. But I just feel like Kane's just overall like performance, like, to me was just wow, like A+, like crazy. Like he was in another world that night. And KRS was killing this shit too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like rest, like his energy was incredible. The fucking stadium anthem hits, he had it. You know, he had it all. My opinion, this is just my opinion.
Absolutely.
I felt like off the jump, he put a little too much energy into it. That's just my opinion. I felt like he could have paced himself a little bit better. With the song selection, he was killing that shit. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like his overall performance, because I'm an MC, I'm a performer, I'm a show performer. I like looking at like what, you know, how they're doing this shit, how they're performing it, you know. So opinion, I edge it to Kane, you know. But it was overall, what an incredible fucking show. What an incredible verses, yo. That shit was yeah, I was there. It was like 2 hours or 3 hours or something. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, man, same here. I was glued to it. I couldn't I was just glued to it.
Boys too, the B-boys were out there killing shit, you know. Yeah, it was
definitely. And I wanted to share this quick story because you're gonna know what I'm talking about as soon as I tell you. Because we had this, obviously we chopped it up a month ago, a couple months ago. Time flies, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you in the West Coast, my wife, my beautiful wife, respectively, from the West Coast, all her life, California, and she went to see a show with you and R.A. the Rugged Man.
Oh, dope.
And yeah, and you know, she told me the story that she met your mom.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it was your mom in the crowd, and I think your dad was there too. You know,
Probably.
supporting, and your mom was gonna order. She wanted water, so she wasn't my wife at the time, but you know, obviously, going back to the storyline, this is like 5 years ago, or whatever, 4 years ago, and your mom's about to buy bottled water, and then my wife goes, no, this is better. She goes to the bartender, hey, give me some water for this young lady. And my wife was, she hooked your mom up with some water instead of charging an $8, you know.
Well, here's the thing. Some fucking venues are crazy. Some venues are gonna charge, like, even they'll charge. I've been to venues where they charge me and I'm the performer. Like, straight up. Yeah, man, it happens, man. Ass fucking venues out there, yo. So I don't know exactly the venue where it was or anything, but I'm not surprised, bro. And yeah, was there to fucking find out my mom was trying to buy $8 bottle of water. I would have went crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So shout out to my wife Lizette for saving your mom, and your mom was appreciative. She was very nice.
That's what's up. And
yeah,
thank you, wifey, for, you know, blessing my moms. I appreciate that.
definitely.
Yeah.
And also my mom, she's on as well. The Elb 727, my OG, my mom, God bless her. She saw you in Ellen DeGeneres. That was the first time she saw you, you know, on the YouTube vids.
You mean Queen Latifah?
And then
I wasn't on
Queen Latifah, Ellen, and
wasn't on Ellen.
So it wasn't Ellen?
No, I wasn't on Ellen. No.
Okay, so Jimmy Fallon, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon and
Fallon and Queen Latifah.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it was Queen Latifah, and then of course she was blown away by the freestyle, and she was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
That was dope. I went up there too with like the hip hop head. See, when I was on Queen Latifah, I was like, "All hail the Queen! All hail!" Like saying her hip hop albums, yo. I was like, I went up there just on some hip hop shit, you know, because I could have geeked out because I'm a big movie nerd too, and I could have geeked out on all the movies she did, but I just went up there with like, yo, just be on the hip hop thing because I knew she was an MC. I knew the flavor unit and where she came up from. I knew all that, so you know, I went up there like, yo, hip hop shit.
Yeah, she's you know, they say the jack of all trades she is, but she's the queen of all trades, definitely. I mean, she's an actress, she's an MC, she has her own freaking talk show. She's amazing, and she still looks the same that she did 15 years ago, man.
And I'll tell you what, this is funny, but she looks amazing in person. Because in the movies, you're like, yo, that's Queen Latifah. But like, I've never really seen this with somebody where like, I'm like chilling and I'm about to go on stage and like, there's like, you know, the crew members are running around. And as soon as she walked through the door, the whole fucking room lit up. Like, I'm not even joking. It was like an aura or something she had. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was, this is crazy. And I was like, she's gorgeous too. So that surprised me, you know?
Yeah, naturally, yeah.
She treated me nice. She treated like everybody I was with nice. And she hooked us up with some snacks, some food, all that. She was really cool. So she was really cool.
That's super dope, man. Yeah, and I saw that a couple times again with the OG, my mom, and she would, and you know, she even said like you could tell that your energy was infectious, and you had that charisma, man. Like you were hyped before you literally walked on the stage, and you were ready to just bust it. Like you're ready.
That was the first time I ever performed on live television, on national television. First time ever. You know,
wow.
I was nervous. I mean, even if Fallon, like all those like performances, I'm not ashamed to say I was nervous as fuck. I was so nervous, like the Fallon one, I thought I was gonna shit on myself because I was so nervous. And yeah, too, I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know,
of course not. Yeah, we're human.
And you know, when you're in my shoes and shit, you'll understand. You'll be like, whoa, this shit is crazy. Like, damn, you know, like, yeah, it feels different because when you're the kid who was growing up, you know, he just had, you know, stuck in the room working on his craft, you know, and not really visiting, traveling or anything.
Right.
And that, you know, it's like night and day, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, because of course Afro's performing as elementary school versus, you know, Jimmy Fallon. That's the highest stage, right? That's national. That's worldwide. That's
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, man. So yeah, it's crazy.
That it's,
One more thing. It might be my Wi-Fi, but I can't see any more comments.
oh no, you can't.
Nah, like it stopped. Like all the comments stopped. So if anybody's commenting, I can't see them. It just
No,
like
I'm gonna help you out. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna help you out with that as we go. Yeah, because anybody, and again, if anybody has any questions for Fro, I'll make sure to read them to him,
Cool.
and I also the comments. So a gentleman says cowboy boot was fire. Somebody said cowboy boot was flame emoji. Cowboy boot,
Cowboy boot.
whatever that means, I don't know, but I'm trying to help you out and read. Tell him Joyner. Okay, Samantha Gravy Girl says, tell him Joyner compared him to Token. So I guess Lucas Joyner compared you to the MC Token. He's kind of like a baby Eminem, that style. Like,
Can't diss him like that. I don't want to call him a baby Eminem. You know, I know Token personally. We actually kind of like we didn't grow up together or anything, but like we were cool around the RA time, like right before we kind of both blew up. You know, like he got noticed, I got noticed, type of thing. Like we had conversations and the stage and everything. We did shows together. You know, that's a really cool. Like Token's a cool dude. You know, but
yeah, he's dope too, and he's dope too.
So peace to him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the reason why I mentioned Eminem is because, you know, when he did that fast, like the Rap God style, where it was fast rap, and when Token did it, he did it very fast as well. And it was impressive because that rapid flow is hard, man. You guys, when you do that rapid flow, it's tough, you know, and you make it look easy. So
That's cool.
yeah. All right. So keep pushing, fam. Remember your Manchester performance. Tell Afro, Twistello said peace. And I want to say Afro is a real one.
What up, bro? That's my bro right there. Peace to Twist, man. That's my dude.
Okay, Twistello, shout out to you, my brother. God bless, and appreciate you
Real
being
cool.
on.
Real cool dude.
A gentleman said Afro is better than him, and he's talking. He's referring to. I don't know what he's referring to.
Yeah. Stop that.
Yeah. We got to show love equally to everybody, right? That's what it's all about. Okay, so now we got a good question here. When is the album dropping? Because, you know, again, it's hard. It's easier to. Okay, everybody's anticipating that, but you're taking your time, and you can't rush perfection. So
Yeah. Well, now that I'm on a live and I can say it, you know, a lot of people, it's not just procrastination and it's not just my time. I'm also on other people's time with this album. There's been fallouts. There's been songs I can't use. There's been this beat I can't use. That's what goes into an album. So
yes.
now that I'm on a platform and I can say it, you know, because I've been thinking that it's like, yo, why don't you just tell people what's been going on, you know? And it's hard to say it because it's like a lot of, and I don't have to say names or anything. It's just been on shit with it, you know. And this album's been a couple years in the making, and I've literally grown up with this album. Like me, physically and mentally, I've grown up with it. So the album that I was gonna give to you guys like 2 years, or like 4 years ago, 2 years ago, isn't the same one now. Now I feel more proud of this one. And I'm actually like, it's bittersweet because I feel like I wish I didn't take too much time, but I'm actually happy I did because I just feel more complete with it, you know, and I can't wait. And it's soon. He said release date. I don't have a release date, but it's super soon. We're literally like on the last song mixing, and we moved to mastering. Mastering's way quicker than mixing, so yeah. So it's coming soon, and I can't wait for prizes. I got prizes on the album, you know, with some of the, you know, like supporters of mine will be like, oh shit, I get it now, you know, I get it, you know. So
yeah,
hopefully.
Well, absolutely. Wait, that's a great answer. We appreciate you answering that, brother. Thank you for that. And a gentleman, Mikey 93, he's been loyal to the show. Actually, we appreciate you, Mikey 93. Nobody touching Afro. Period. Tell him Mikey said that.
Oh, bless you, that's my bro Mikey. Thank you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to Mikey, man. We've been following each other for about, I think, 6 months or more than that. So bless him as well, man. Good people. All right. Oh, and then somebody mentioned earlier, Fro, and rest in peace, obviously, but goes back to this mix and match dream scenario. I know how you feel about MF Doom. I know that. And imagine I'm just like Madlib producing the album and you and Doom doing just a joint album, and I'm trying to figure out a cool name for it. If people
when I tell you I've literally had dreams about that, I'm not lying. I've literally had dreams about that since I was like 17, 16. Like I've literally had a dream or two about that. Me and Doom in the studio. I've literally dreamed this. So unfortunately I wasn't able to make that happen, but I was pretty close. I was pretty damn close. So at least I have some comfort with that. You know, I was really actually close. So
wow, well, that's super cool that was the case, and that's a great story, by the way. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. So, dead or alive? All right, dead or alive? Because you mentioned some guys earlier, but it's always nice to throw people in and squeeze them in too, extra guys. Dead or alive? It could be an MC, a producer, a breakdancer, anybody in the elements of hip hop. Who would FRO want to work with? If they told you this weekend, dead or alive, hey, FRO, let's do this. And then they flew you in wherever they were at, who would be the guys, the three guys? You could take your time. You know.
That's sick. That's sick.
Take your time.
I would say DJ who passed away. I would say Jam Master Jay. I would have I would have Guru MCing. I would have Yo, I want to get more close to the b-boy community, man. You know, I got homies that b-boy, and I know a couple legends, you know, but I can't think of any that passed away. Who's some b-boys that passed away?
Man, yeah, at the top of my head right now, I can't even think about. Yeah, but that's great, that category. I like that you brought the b-boy element into it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love those guys. Yeah, it's sick. I always wanted to be boy since I was a kid, but I couldn't do it. I'm fat. You know, there's fat b-boys who are sick, but me, I physically couldn't do it. I tried spinning on my head and all that shit, and I failed every time. I was like, I can't do this. You know, I was like, stick to my MCing dream.
But you know what, FRO? You're doing push-ups now, and guess what? Anything is possible. Remember that. Anything's possible.
Might see FRO bust a move maybe sometime. You know, we'll see.
That's right. When it's all said and done, it's gonna happen. All right, we're gonna manifest that.
Yeah, but rest in peace to Rock Raider. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. Guru, I would have them seeing. Biz beatboxing.
Oh,
man.
yes.
Gotta have Biz beatboxing, man. You'll tear the roof off. And you'll MC too. I'll be like, Biz, kick around. You know? Yeah.
I love that. I love that. He's become a mentor to me. Elvis Sensei, the homie. Of course, and we talked about this. I was blessed to. I'm not gonna say much. I'll just say the new Artifacts album.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Mind blowing, and I was Fred Flintstone after hearing it. I was Fred Flintstone barefooted. That's so yeah. That's all I gotta say on that.
Love it. Yeah, I love that joint, and I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it.
Yo, because oh my God, he's like nostalgic. Listen to this.
Yeah. Say shout out Tame, shout out the Artifacts. You know, they're really good peoples. I love those guys. I'd run into them once in a while, like a gathering or like at a show or you know, at a video shoot or something. They be chilling there. Be like, yo, Sensei, what up? You know, so that's fam. You know, consider them family. So.
That's super dope, man. And that was an honor for you to be a part of that, because those guys are one of the greatest duos of all time. So that's dope that they chose you, and it was perfect. I think it was a perfect choice. So I'm glad that they did that, you know? All right. Shout out to my cousin Nelson79. Much love. Much love to Doom the Wiz. And again, if we have any questions for the gentleman at FRO.
Doom the Wiz, what up, bro? That's my dude.
All right. Doom the Wiz, shout out to you, brother. Much love to you. Okay. Bethany Smalls, I like that question. Thank you. Who's your top who's your top 5 new MCs coming up present? So she's saying 2018 to present. So anybody that comes to mind currently, your top 5 MCs, anybody that pops in your mind?
Oh man,
it's tough.
Nah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know names and I know MCs, but I don't have a top 5 of a new MC list. Okay. Shout out Mad Squabbles. Shout out King ISO. King ISO is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. He was on this joint recently with Tech Nine and The Rock. You know, did you hear that joint?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
King ISO, he obliterated that whole fucking track. He obliterated it. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out ISO.
Elzai. I'm just throwing names. Elzai.
Elzai isn't new. Elzai's
He's not. I know.
yeah, Elzai's incredible, yo. Elzai's phenomenal. Like when you got to be on a joint with Elzai, you got to have your pen A game. You got to have your A game with Elzai.
Yes, you do.
We just recently did a joint, me, Elzai, and shout out to my boy 60 East. That's family right there. And we just did a joint literally recently. So
I'm glad that I brought him up. Okay, cool. That's perfect.
Yo, Elzai, come on, man. An alien. He's an alien, yo.
He's an alien. Yeah, Rubik's One. Yeah. I'm aware that he's been around for a long time. I've been following him since day one, but I was just throwing a name out there to kind of help, you know. But that's cool. Because it's okay. Somebody said he's young. JID, the JID kid.
I got to get more into him. That's not no hater thing or anything. I just got to get more into like some music. So send me a link or something. Whoever commented that, send me a link of the dopest JID verse, or you know, I've heard great things about him. I heard he's a great lyricist and he could spit. But send me a link, you know, so I could listen to some shit.
There you go. That's fair enough. So send some links. Send it his way.
I know the MCs and I know their names and I know like almost all of them, because you know they're always trending on Twitter, this and that, or they're always on the phone on feed. You know, you them, but like or you run into them at shows. You know, before COVID, I would run into a lot of the newer MCs and stuff, and just you know chill and chop it up. But yeah, now I feel like I'm kind of out of the loop. I've been kind of doing the hermit crab thing for a good minute and just trying to perfect little things. But yeah. So I'll get more into the loop and shit. So
definitely, and I like that you said that, because obviously you're focusing on yourself and your craft and perfecting as you move along, right? Naturally.
No, that's how I've always been. Like not on no diva shit. I stay in my own lane. I focus on what I got to do and how to like perfect my pen and all that. But I do know the other people and stuff, and I know what's up and what's going on. You know, it's just for the most part when it comes to my creative process and stuff, I just go with what I love doing, what I feel. You know, I'm like, all right, this is the vibe I want to do what I'm going for. So
all right. So let's have some fun with it and switch it up real quick, Fro. All right, because you mentioned, and I try to listen as much as I can. I try to pay attention. You said you're a movie fanatic. All right, so
absolutely.
I already know that two of these guys are probably they gotta be special in your life, because you like obviously the golden era stuff. Michael J. Fox. I was able to meet Michael J. Fox in 2015 because of the Comic-Con thing, dude.
How recent was that?
2015. He was here in Chicago. Yeah, he was here in Chicago. Of course, you know, unfortunately he has, you know, the Alzheimer's, but he was good. He was looking good, man.
Is it Parkinson's or the Alzheimer's?
I
might be.
Yes.
Might be right.
No, I think you're right. Parkinson's. Yeah. What's that?
How was he in person?
Okay, so there was literally 1,000 people or more waiting in line to see him.
I'm sure, yeah.
So I'll break it down. I had the 3-day pass of the VIP. I had to. He's one of my childhood favorites, man. Like he's one of my movie heroes. Back to the Future was everything for me.
Marty McFly, yeah.
Marty McFly, you can't go wrong with that, dude. He said he has some of the illest kicks of all time. Those Air Max, come on, now those Air Max.
Yo, I'm a psycho because everybody would have been there for Back to the Future. And a movie that I love Back to the Future too, but the one that I grew up off of, I was 3 or 2 when it came out, was Stuart Little. Stuart Little 1 and 2 are sick, and I just rewatched them like a few months ago, and I was like, yo, they're still kind of sick. They're still pretty dope. So like, I would have went up to him like, yo, Stuart Little's my shit. That's all I just want to say, Mr. Fox. That would have been fun.
I like that. Yeah.
I would have been fucking in the line like, Stuart Little.
Yeah, people forget that Michael J. Fox did voice him, and he was phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. Remember that 80s classic Teen Wolf, the original Teen Wolf, the OG?
Wolf, yep. Yep.
Yeah, so I had the team with jersey on, Scott Howard, right? I'm with my nephew. My nephew is young. He, he doesn't know too much, so I'm trying to school him on it. As I'm about to talk to him, I go up to Michael J. Fox. I was like this, bro. I couldn't breathe.
I know that feeling.
You know that feeling, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
And then, yeah.
Yep.
So he looks at me real quick. He pats me on the shoulder. He goes, "Nice jersey." And I just went, oh. I just said, "Have a good one, sir." I didn't know what to say, bro. I didn't know what to say. Another movie legend that you're into horror movies, right? You're into horror movies?
I love all types of movies, but I love horror movies too. Yeah.
Okay.
Big horror
another guy that so Robert Englund is another guy that I was blessed to meet, the original Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, how was he?
He was super cool, bro. Super cool. I put it like this. You know what he said? He said, "Take your time." He said, "You paid for this. Take your time." That's what he told me. I said,
hey,
okay.
That shows that he actually cared,
Yeah.
Yeah, because people are really quick to just be like, "Yo, give me my money, peace, I deuce," But yeah, that's cool.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, super dope. Yeah, so I had the Lost Boys shirt on from that, the classic Lost Boys. He looks at the shirt. He goes, "Nice shirt." And he goes, "My ex-lady was one of the directors in that movie." He said it just like that. Like, we're boys chopping it up at a bar. He's like, "My ex-lady was one of the directors of Lost Boys." I'm just like, bro, you're Freddy Krueger. That's it. But he was cool. He was very cool. For sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, we gotta eventually talk movies too, man. I have a group chat called Movie Junkies Worldwide, man. I'm getting trying to get good people in that love movies, old, new, it doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, tag me in the group.
All right. That sounds good. All right. A gentleman, Angelo, says, "Fro, you are a machine. Greetings from Chile, all the way from Chile." Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. I'm actually going over there. I have a show on January. Fuck, I forgot the day. I'm so terrible, bro. But I will be posting story posts and stuff about the show and the flyer and stuff. So it's in January, but I actually got a show out there coming up. So
that's super dope. April, shout out to you, April. Man, that's super. What a coincidence. The gentleman from Chile and you're actually going over there. That's super cool. Wow. Okay. That'll be the first time that you go over there to that country?
To Chile, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct? Yes.
Nice. Okay. Afro's International. That's what it's all about. So you've been, Fro, have you been to Trill, the hip hop store Trill, as we call it, the Hip Hop Toys R Us?
Trill?
Yeah, the where you're gonna perform on Halloween in Arizona.
Yeah, I believe my memory's terrible right now, bro. I feel like I haven't.
Oh, that's cool.
I feel like I haven't been there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, "Fro, you were there." I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, that makes sense.
It seems really.
All right.
Seems like really, really dope, and it has a dope vibe, and it should be a dope show. So.
Yeah, and one thing I will tell you, bro, you're gonna enjoy the hip hop memorabilia in there because they have a lot of nice gems in there. You definitely probably pick up something too. I promise you, it's nice in there.
They got shit like I and shit.
Absolutely, yeah. You could purchase stuff, yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I am some nerd. I love collectibles and stuff. So.
And you read my brain, bro, because it's only right. The gems, the collectibles. I see an action figure of Afro. I see that coming. I'm manifesting that.
I would love to. I've actually talked about it. With my homie, shout out my boy Superfly Eli. He 3D printed me a Doom mask that I actually use once. I have it here just so I can have it as a collectible. But once in a while I'll pop up at a show with the Doom mask too. And he's dope. That's my dude. He could 3D print you almost anything, man. He's a beast. So he what do you call it? That's what he does, So that's I talked about the action figure stuff. So that might happen in the future. I love that.
Super dope. Yeah, because the guy Starshield, you follow him? He's from Jersey. He did the Red Man and the Biggie recently. He does the big.
Yeah, we follow each other. Yep. That guy.
Yeah. He's killing it, man. That guy's amazing.
Every time I try to get one, it's always sold out. So.
I know, dude. That's true. It sells out like hotcakes. All right. In respect to Bethany Smalls, Would Afro work with Tom McDonald? He's popular right now and could be good for your career. Tom McDonald.
Not a big fan, but it's no diss at him. It's no diss. It's no diss at him at all. I'm not trying to diss anybody. I'm just personally not a fan. So yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out to, all right, I got another, Stay Space, shout out to you. Much love. Okay. All right. So we got a question for Fro. I'm going to pin it right there. Oh, she has another.
Frozen. I swear. Like I wish I could screenshot it and show it to you guys, but my comments have been frozen for like 30 minutes or like 20 minutes now.
Man, come on, IG. You guys got to do better than that.
And it's crazy. I wish I could, but it paused at, yeah, it paused like 30 minutes ago. Like the IG, you know, it's working fine except the comments. It stopped scrolling.
Yeah. So apologies for that. IG, you got to do better with that. So we'll make sure they fix that hopefully soon.
Well, why? View count. The view count has literally been paused since like 30 minutes. So the view count in the comments have been paused for like 30 minutes or something. So it's been 38 people. I don't know how many people are here, anything. So
yeah, there's a decent amount of people for sure. Okay, Samantha. Okay, I'm gonna help you out with this question, Fro. Afro and Dax, DAX question mark. Afro and Dax collab?
I haven't gotten into them, but I respect them because I saw a video a couple years ago when he named Redman as one of the favorite MCs. So I was like, that surprised me, you know. So I was like, yo, he knows. Okay, he knows what's up. So if he hit me up, it's like, yo, Fro, need a joint? Got you. You know, I'm pretty easily like accessible. Not to sound crazy, but if anybody wanted to work with me, anything, it's not hard. They just hit me up. That's how I am. That's how I've always been. You know, it's just like, you know, yeah.
So yeah, so Stace, to answer your question, so we can because Afro answered that earlier. He said he doesn't have too many. He doesn't have a top 5. He doesn't have too much of that. He's just pretty much. Yeah. All right, Fro and Locksmith.
I love Lock. It's one of my favorite people. I'm real cool with Lock. That's my dude. Yeah, of course we're gonna make some joints, you know, in the future. I'd love to. That's my dude.
He's a dope MC and he can freestyle his ass off. That dude is amazing.
He's incredible. Yeah, I love that guy. Yeah. Real cool dude too. That's like a real cool dude. Like we've done shows together. We've had chilling and shit. You know, that's what we do.
Oh yeah. All right, and then we got a gentleman saying certain ones. I'm trying to honor people's questions. Okay, Afro and King Kashmir would be epic AF.
I gotta look into him. I don't know the name.
Okay. Stace Face says he's Dr. Dre certified. KAAN Khan.
Yes. Guy has he heard our joint before? I gotta join with Khan. I gotta join with him. That's my dude. That's my dude.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta join with him already.
Bam. Okay, Stace, there you go. He got a joint with Khan.
I would
He's a dope MC as well.
I would put him in the top 5 newer MCs. He's dope. Why not? I throw him in there. That's my dude, Khan. I love that dude.
Nice. I agree with that too. I agree with that. All right. Yeah, I think you and Khan would be amazing. Okay, it looks like everybody's enjoying that. That
happened.
All right. All right. And then we got another question. All right. Let me see. Oh, what Afro? Oh, Lord. I don't know if you even want to answer this, but I don't know if you want to answer this, but you know what? Okay.
What's up?
Look at you see, it says.
I wish I could see it, but
what? No, I'm gonna read it for you. No, I got you. Would Afro ever work with new artists like Playboy Cardi or Lil Uzi Vert?
Wow, that's a great question. Personally, I'm not into the music, but I got to see somehow, some way, if they even like fuck with hip hop, if they're even hip hop heads, you know. I got to. That's just me, you know. I got to see if there's some ounce of hip hop in there somehow. And if there is, if I can see a way that they actually respect it, they gave us a dope beat, or they gave us something that was real hip hop and like something, you know, some real shit, then yeah. But if I go on more of a radio sound song type of, you know, it just depends, because regardless what you hear me on, it's gonna be Fro. It's gonna be my style. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be lyrically me, Fro. I don't dumb shit down. I never dumb shit down. And if I'm at a comfortable speed, I'm still spitting. So whatever you hear me on anything, if you ever hear me on a radio joint, just expect me not to ever dumb it down. It's gonna be Fro.
I love that.
As far as those guys go, like the Playboy Cardis and that type of generation. I just got to see if they even fuck with hip hop. You know, obviously they're rapping and they're doing their thing, but
Yeah.
I got to see if they know the essence, if they know the elements, if they know where the shit came from, or if they even respect it. You know, and if they do, dope, let's work. But if they don't, sorry, not my type of thing. I got to work with people that actually respect this shit. So
absolutely. 100% agree with you, brother, and I think most of us agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, this one,
that's a bag. They're like, bro, that's a bag. Go for the bag. I'm like, yo, like the bag has to be fucking connected to some. Like, I don't want to lose my fucking integrity here. Okay, it has to make sense. You know, that's how it has to make sense.
Thank you. I love that. Keeping it genuine and staying just boom back. That's what we do. Okay. Thank you to the gentleman that brought up Sean P, because I know that'll put a smile on Afro's face. Sean P. Hey. Woo. Come on now. That's automatic.
What do I say, man? I'm blessed that I got when I around the time when me and RA first linked, he said, yo, give me a list of your favorite producers and MCs, and that's it. I was like, why? He was like, yo, just do it. So off the rip, and any of my close homies at the time could tell you, anybody, I always had P up there very high as a lyricist and just as an MC. So he was like number 2 or 3. He was very high up there. And I really thank RA to this day, forever, that he got to make that happen. Me actually get to chop it up with P and actually chill and just get, you know what I mean? So that I'm always going to be grateful for, you know, to RA for, you know, like he actually happened. And literally 2 weeks later, he passes away.
You're kidding me, bro. Oh my God.
That I know who knew Sean personally. They always have that kind of same story. They're like, yo, I was just with him. I was just with him yesterday. Yo, I was just with him a week ago. I was just like it's crazy, yo. And that encounter that I had, like the time that we got to kick it, and naturally I got to just kick it with P, I couldn't have been any happier. It was awesome. It was awesome. P was literally like, because P's a character, yo. When you're watching, you're watching the skits, and when you're watching, you're laughing your ass off. But when you meet him in person, it's like, yo, it's the same shit. But he was real. He was super real. He was like honest as a motherfucker, and he wasn't afraid to speak his mind. So.
Right, and like you said, he was very charismatic and unique, but he was a jokester, right? Was he a jokester? Like, you know.
Literally I have a funny little story. It's not too crazy, but it's funny. So
let's hear it. I love it.
Me and RA, we pick up P from his brown. We pick him up from his crib in a taxi, and there's an African taxi cab driver, and immediately the shit's hilarious. Like the taxi cab driver and P start going at it. They just start fighting and like arguing and shit. And it's the funniest shit ever. P's just like, my friend, why are you acting like this, my friend? That was rolling. Something so simple but so funny. Like right off the bat, I was like, oh, yo, this is gonna be this is gonna be an awesome day. It's gonna be a funny ass. Yeah, he's a jokester, yo.
That's super dope. And you know what, man? I could see that, man. He's got that charisma, and you can tell he's a funny dude. So, man, I'm glad that you were fortunate and blessed to witness Sean P in the physical, and that's great, man. So I'm happy for you that you got to witness that.
Me too, bro. I'm very blessed that happened. And like I said, I'll say it a lot. I don't care. Like I really appreciate R for making that happen. So,
wow. And let me tell you, man, that's another guy I gotta say, man. He's phenomenal, man. When he was Crustified Dibs back in the day, and then he's changed his name, he was still RA, but he's one of the greatest, man. RA the Rugged Man is so.
Yo, no bias at all. And fuck it, I could be biased. I don't care.
Be biased, yeah.
Like arguably the greatest like performer I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of the greatest ever. I've seen Slick Rick. I've seen like so many incredible MCs, and I love Slick too. But yeah, as a performer, bro, I've never seen that energy before. The mosh pits in a hip hop show, the fucking the roof getting torn off, stages getting stomped on and through the hole and making holes in the stages, like being able to be a part of that show for the past few years is dope. And it built me up as a performer too. You know, like I took a lot from RA Stage Show, and I'm not ashamed to say it because I got a lot of inspiration from that. You know, the energy, the crowd control, you know, is phenomenal. So I really, I really, you know, I do my best to give him his roses when he's still here. You know, so
That's great, man. Because to me, I consider Ari the Rugged Man. He's your mentor. He's like the hip hop Mr. Miyagi, and you're the Daniel son.
right. That's right. Yep.
You know,
Absolutely. Wax on, wax off.
wax on, wax on. Another classic, by the way. Oh, how do you feel, dude? Cobra Kai, bro, phenomenal.
No, okay, so
Woo!
no, I got to get into it, and I know I hate saying that because since Cobra Kai came out, I had like 20 different people telling me, "Fro, watch Cobra Kai, watch Cobra Kai,"
Dude.
and been able to because there was so much dope shit coming out here and there. And I'm more of a movie guy than a show guy. I watch shows, but I'm more of just a straight up movie guy. I'm like, yo, what's the illest movie coming out now? And it's hard to even catch up on them. There's so much fucking entertainment. So I'm hearing so many great things about Cobra Kai, so I got to check it out.
I promise you, man. It has all the elements of the Karate Kid movies, and they're all connected. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna be karate chopping. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Is it 3 seasons?
Yes. The 3 seasons. And I think it's the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, or the 3rd is coming up. Yeah.
Okay.
Phenomenal, bro. I promise you.
I'm gonna check it out.
I want to shout out my next door neighbor. Literally, my next door neighbor. He's a hip hop head as well. Good brother, Carlos. I'm gonna honor his question. Fro, when did you realize that you became known or famous? Because I first heard of you on a video freestyle with RA. So when did you realize that? Yeah, the question. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of saying famous. I did get noticed. I will say that. I did get.
Right.
No, I absolutely understand the question. No doubt. But I would say, damn, yo. It might have been around the time there was this documentary that Honda did on me, like right before, I think maybe even a little before Queen Latifah or a little bit after. My brain's a little foggy right now. But when this documentary happened and they released it on Facebook, I think it got like 15 million views on Facebook. I'm not joking. It got a lot of I'm paraphrasing. It did get like millions of views on Facebook, but like I think altogether on this site and this site and this site, it got like 30 or 20 million views worldwide. That documentary by itself. So around that time, I'm just going to the store or going to the restaurant or just eating with my family, and I literally have people coming up. Are you that kid, Afro? Are you that kid? I just saw you on the Facebook. I just saw you on the. I would get mothers pushing strollers. Like, are you that Afro? Like I'd get old folks like Afro. Like it was crazy. So
Yeah.
I got a taste of that, and I did my best to not let it get to my head, you know, because when you get to that point, it's so easy to be the diva and be like, "Yo, man, I'm running this shit," you know. This is how I do it. But
Right.
I tried my best to just be like, "Yo, you're a human too. You're also a fucking human. Just relax."
Yeah.
You know? I never turned down any autograph or any picture or anything. That's just not me. And if I do, I let them know. I'm like, yo, right now is not really a good time, but I really hate it. Thank you very much. But yo, for like 99.9% of the time, whenever there's love shown to me, I show it back. I'm like, yo, I appreciate it. You even supported. Thank you. And that's how I've always been, yo. And I'm happy I was grown up to be that way. I got a taste of the notice and the fame or whatever but
yeah.
I'm happy it didn't get to my head. So.
And you know what, Fro, and obviously this is our second conversation. We spoke, we spoke the last time, and I knew you were humble the first 5 minutes I spoke with you, man. And I could feel it. You know how you could feel somebody's aura where it's a genuine, wholesome thing, right? Where like this person's a really good person, you know. And I felt that with you.
Thank you, brother.
And the fact that you were tired as hell, bro. It was late when we spoke that last time. It was late. I know that. It was late. And you were tired. Bro, you were trying your best to stay awake. I'm like, Fro, don't worry. We're going to get this done soon. And you're like, it's all good. It's all good, bro. So I want to thank you for that, for giving me your time. And that speaks volumes on your personality. And I value that. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And I'm a man of my word, too. When we said that the next time we were going to do this on IG, I said, you know what, let's do it. You know, I'm a man of my word. So, you know, we make it happen. We make it work.
And I hope you're enjoying so far. It's been great, man. I mean, it's been great. So I appreciate it, man. Um, Hey, so any before we bounce out, so let you get some rest, my brother. Is is there anybody special in your life that you want to shout out? It can be family members, it can be anybody right now currently that's in your life, somebody you would like to shout out? Special?
Like the water boy scene, remember? I love mama.
I love mama, yeah.
I love my mama. So I've always been a mama's boy. That's just how I am. And just everybody, anybody tuning in, everybody who's been on the FRO journey, just thank you. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people, they don't, feel like I don't show it as much or anything, but I really, do try to. I really appreciate everybody standing by, and I had a lot of bumps in the roads and shit, just like everybody does. We're all human, but
Exactly.
I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to give, the supporters what they've been asking for a long time is coming soon. So I'm excited. I'm excited that the ball's rolling again, and we're going to get this shit popping pretty soon. So
I love it. Love it. Great words from the gentleman Afro. Again, to me, he is the leader of the new school. He's the man right now. So let's give him his props and respect. And again, I'm gonna add you to the movie junkies group chat, man. You'll love it, bro.
Please do. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you'll love it, man. I'm telling you, bro. Movie nerds to the fullest. I'm talking about like foreign movies.
Yeah.
Cartoon movies, it don't matter. Any category. So
anything, bro. Anything, like the only category that I'm still kind of getting into is like anime, because I get a lot of anime questions. Like, yo, are you into anime? Are you into anime? I got to get into it because I've seen a couple things here and there that I thought were dope, but like I can only name probably like 5 of them. Like I'm terrible with anime, so there's so much dope shit out there. I want to get into there, and anybody out there, if there's some real dope ass anime shit, send me some links that I could check out, so. But that's probably the only genre. Everything else, I'm like, yo, I'll battle anybody in movie trivia. The only one that would kill me is R.A., because R.A. is like a psycho. He's like, I feel like movie trivia, I'm like right here with R.A. He's like, boop. I'm like, damn.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw his collection. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I call myself like a junior like encyclopedia of fucking movies. I'm like I call myself an aficionado, but I'm like the almost like veteran level. I'm not the veteran level at it. I'm like right below that.
Okay. But you'll get better with some time. You're gonna get better. So I love it, my brother. Hey man, it's always a pleasure. And one more thing before we bounce out, man, because this is important. I need to address this. A mutual friend of ours, Aaron, right? Aaron, you're boys with Aaron. He's a good brother. He's Aaron in California. Remember, he reached out to you so we can make this happen a while back for the Zoom. Aaron.
What's his last name?
He's Hawaiian.
Oh, not
yeah.
My brother. Yeah, that's just my brother. I'm sorry, Aaron. Yeah, I got a fog right now. But yeah, that's my brother.
That's good.
Love that.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's my family. Yeah.
He's a teddy bear. He's a good human being. So I wanted to thank Aaron. He's probably working right now because I know he works a late shift. So I want to thank you, Aaron, while we're live. I appreciate you reaching out to FRO to make this happen. He's the reason why this happened. So I have to give props where they're due, and that's important,
That's what's up.
So,
yeah, that's my dude, yo. And actually, Aaron, when you listen to my album, you'll actually catch his voice in there a little bit at one song. If you listen clearly, you'll be like, yo, is that Aaron? Like, yeah, he's on. He got a little voice clip on the album. So
I like that. That's dope. All right.
Yeah, that's my dude.
Super cool.
Like we trade, like I would trade like just ideas with him. He'd be like an ear. He'd listen to my shit. He'd be like, yo, that's dope. Like, that's my dude. So yeah, shout out Aaron.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Aaron. All right, my brother, man. Well, thank you, man, for being on with me this hour. I appreciate you, bro. And we're gonna stay connected. And I'll send you those links, and I'll make sure to add you to the, to that chat. So much, brother. I appreciate you as always. Much love.
No problem.
And we'll do this again later on in time.
Yeah, when I got more info on release dates or like a single dropping or something like that coming soon, I'll hit you up and be like, yo, let's chop it up again. Let's talk. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about that upcoming banger, and then it'll progress more. That sounds good to me, man.
That's what's up. All right, man.
All right. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, my brother. All right. God bless. And rest up, right, bro?
Sorry for anybody tuning in. The comments stopped from me like 30 minutes ago. I can't see any comments from like the past 30 minutes. So like, if anybody was trying to hit me up, I'm sorry. I literally couldn't see what you're saying, what you're typing. So always hit me up on Instagram. I'm always talkative. You can, whatever. I'm really easy to talk to. I'm not like, you know, so
Absolutely.
whatever you feel. But yeah, anybody who's showing love, thank you so much. And my dude, I appreciate you, SlickBlast, my dude, and my peoples. We out.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Peace.
Peace.
All right. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a class act. He's a good brother. I'm glad that we finally made this happen. Worth the wait. And I hope everybody enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed. I tried my best to answer every question possible because there were so many comments. I really tried my best. So I hope that I completed everybody's, at least 60% of people's questions, because the convo was going well and smooth. So Zaya, I hope you enjoy the Halloween event at Trill. And for everybody that's not following SlickBlast RapCast, please do so. It's important to Rubik's One. I love you, brother. Bro, you're always there with me. I love it. You as well, Zaya, always supporting. So yeah, man, much love to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed this just this session, this chop up session. I'll be posting it on SlickBlast RapCast and my Nostalgic 34 page. So please follow SlickBlast RapCast if you're not. And once again, the leader of the new school, Afro. Everybody have a blessed night. Please stay safe, stay healthy, love each other. All right. Much love and respect to you as well, man. Love you guys. I'm the Bald Kid Nostalgic. This is SlickBlast RapCast. Peace.